Here you have a race that people said that you couldn't win because you were outspent, weren't the pick of the establishment, and then people threw race in it. And here you are, and well, I'll just say it, lily white Idaho, of Latino background, a conservative. That's got to get the attention of a lot of people, both within the party and certainly within the press. But you love the state of Idaho, so how do you define how you did it?
You know, I just think we did it by having a consistent message. I think from the moment I decided to run for office, I announced my candidacy on December 7th of last year.
Right.
And from that moment until today, I have the same message, the same consistency, and they're the values of Idaho. This is the reason why I have raised my family in Idaho. It's the reason why I married a girl from Idaho. It's the reason why I will live in Idaho for the rest of my life. Is because I love what Idaho stands for, and I love the people of Idaho, and I love everything about this state. I think it's the greatest state in the nation and the greatest nation in the world.
A lot of concern is, Washington is an entirely different place than the state of Idaho. I guess that's why it's important that you have a good staff to make sure you keep your Idaho values. How important is that to you?
You know, extremely important. In fact, there's some good news that I received personally, and I think it's good for all the constituents in Idaho. We have a new schedule now in Congress. If you think about it, your congressman used to go to Washington, D.C. almost every week, and they would work in Washington, D.C., and they had very little time to come back to the district. Well, now the schedule has changed according to the Republican leadership, and what we're going to do is we're going to be 2 weeks working in Washington, D.C., and then we come back for a whole week to work in the district. Every 2 weeks, we will be coming back for a week to work in the district. And I think that's fantastic because as a representative of the people, you want to hear from the people. You want to be able to talk to the people in the district, on the ground. So I'm going to be able to come back at least 1 week out of each month to work in the district. Now, that's also good for me personally because I'll be able to keep my family here. You know, we discussed before whether I was going to move my family there or was going to keep them here. Well, my kids are very happy that I'm going to be able to keep them here. That's why that's the most important thing that we can do in Congress is bring back to America that sense that America is great, and bring back actually the economy and do the things that we need to do so entrepreneurs can start producing jobs and things like that. But I also want to remind everybody that you should not despair. You know, for my own personal situation, because I've been spending all of my money in the last year in running for Congress, my family's going to have a pretty tough Christmas. You know, we're not going to spend as much money as we usually do. We're still going to have a good Christmas, and we had a family meeting this week, and I reminded my kids of, you know, where we came from and the things that we have accomplished. And I told them that
where you came from too.
And where I came from, and I told them, you know, I reminded them of a Christmas that my wife and I had when we only had one child. And we didn't have any money, and all we could give our son was a set of ponies, you know, just little horses. That's all we could afford to give him for Christmas. And I told him that this Christmas was not going to be like other Christmases where they got a lot of presents. And I reminded them that what we should look for this Christmas season is to serve other people, to do good things for other people. It just means that America is great, that a young man who moved here from Puerto Rico, who had no money, who had nothing, can actually become a U.S. congressman is a testament to the American people. It shouldn't be a thing for us to put Americans down. So our job is to go out there and make sure that we have electoral victories in the next 2 years that will bring us the majorities that we need. And I think as conservatives and as Republicans, our job is to make sure that we talk to the people out there who are not sure what they believe in. I don't know that you can convince somebody who firmly believes on the leftist ideology that they're wrong, but there's people in the middle who are not really sure what the right answers are. And those are the people that we need to be talking to, and we need to be addressing the issues that are facing America.
Flies when you're having fun. The interview's over. Congressman Elect Labrador getting ready to go back to work. What would you like to say to the folks, sir?
You know, just have a Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year, and let's work together to make America great again.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
More next at KIDOAM.com.